Okay. Hello, hello. This is the Heard You Sis podcast. I am Kilz.
And it's your girl, Dany. And it's Leo season.
We don't care. Let me stop.
Is that hate?
It's-
The hate off you, girl.
yeah.
You gotta get some of that hate off you.
I care that it's your birthday, but I don't know about Leo season.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all are okay.
Listen. Wow. We're okay, but I'm her best friend. How? That's crazy.
We're not gonna lump you in there. Like,
It's crazy because Taurus is.
I really
okay,
have
too.
no problems. I have no problems with Leos. Like,
I don't really have problems with Taurus either. I know we can't date though. Probably cannot date.
yeah, friend wise, we got this.
Yeah, locked in. So how was your week, girl?
It was good. It was good. I had a great week. Very productive. I'm thinking about starting like a new little business venture. So I'm gonna try to launch that like next week. See how that works out. But yeah, for the most part, my week has been great. Very happy. The rain was throwing me the fuck off. But other than that, I don't know what it is. That's why they say like in Seattle, they have like the highest suicide rate. And I really think it's because of that rain. Because it just makes you not. I don't want to like off myself or anything, but I'm just saying like I just feel like not the same. Like I'm literally pushing through every day. Like when is this rain gonna stop?
But that's not. I wouldn't say that is like uncommon to think like, oh.
I met somebody that liked the rain. I said, what? It's like, yeah, it makes me feel good. And then I'm like, whoa, this is a first.
They do say that the rain is like a washing away of like bad vibes and bad juju and stuff like that. But I like the rain, but not too much because, your girl is black and my hair is not with it. So, if I could live in braids and keep my edges, I swear to God, I'd love the rain. But I can't. So those things are not synonymous. Edges and braids, depends on what's going on. But
how was your week?
My week was actually great. If you guys don't know, Fizzn Florals came over on August the 10th. And it was a wonderful turnout. Everybody enjoyed it. Had a few people like, damn, I missed it. Did we tell y'all? We told y'all. Don't hit us with the, I missed it. We have another one coming up later in the year. So look out for that. My birthday was on Monday. So I'm 32 now. I am a grown girl. And I'm grateful.
Girl, you been grown.
I am grateful to God for allowing me to see another day on this earth, another year, and to have the people that I have around me. I want to take this time to thank my team. When I tell you the event went so good because of the people that I had helping me. My girl over here waking up at 6 a.m., taking me to Home Depot. It was 5.
Thank you.
Coming back, rushing back, helping clean up, helping me with everything. I'm telling you, girl, I love you to death. You have no idea.
I love you too, girl. Your family is very helpful too. Like,
yeah, I had some cousins come early. It was like, what you need, girl? Helping me set up. And I'm like, oh my
and everybody
God.
doesn't have like that. Like, you know. So I appreciate that for you.
Yes. And I can definitely say like my cousin who allowed me to use her house, like her and her boyfriend that allowed me to use her house, like I am forever grateful because I did not have to buy a venue, and they definitely like looked out like everybody that I'm just.
Yeah, because when I came in, girl, they was setting up food. They had gloves on. I said, whoa.
Yeah.
This was not a part of the plan, but they jumped in and it was just like, everybody was like, oh, yeah, you know.
Like everybody really, really stepped up between my father and my friends and close family. Like, I'm really like, I have to look back and be like, you are extremely blessed because I see people setting up events and it's only 2 people. Like 2 people are there helping them. And I'm just like, I couldn't imagine it just being me. So I want to thank everybody that helped me with the event. Y'all really mean a lot to me. And also,
it does take a lot of people though.
It does. But I'm really excited to launch the next one. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of me things. I have something coming up that I'm really excited for because I've never done it before and it's on my bucket list. So I'm excited. God is good.
Yeah,
God
when
is
it's
good.
done, girl, come back and let us know.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let y'all know what it is after I come back. But
You know what I want to know though, like if people could like say, cause like me personally, like we were like for the event, we were posting on Instagram.
mm-hmm.
We were posting informational videos,
Mm-hmm.
did Q&As,
Mm-hmm.
had people watch the stories,
Mm-hmm.
had people hit us up on the side, all
Mm-hmm.
to keep saying the same shit. I didn't know.
I forgot.
So like I want to know from people, even though this was not my event, what appeals to you to make you feel like I know about something? Because I feel like there was so much information given, like, and I'm not saying people are on social media every day, whatever the case may be, but like, are like blast emails a thing? Are like blast texts a thing? Like, are we going back to that? Like,
and I have no problem doing that, but don't lie to my face. Please don't lie to me. Please don't lie to me. Please don't lie to me. It was every day. Every day. People were telling me they were getting tired of it. So I know it was every day. I was getting tired of it. Currently, my Instagram is deactivated because I got tired of posting. So I'm just trying to let y'all know. Like,
I'm not trying to be forceful about it. I'm just really like want to know. Like,
sometimes we got to be real because people be lying in your face. Like, you have to be real about stuff. Like, I want y'all to know, like, it's okay if you don't want to come, but don't lie to me and say, oh, I didn't know. Don't want to hear it. Because you know what? If I didn't want to come to your event, you know what I'm not writing you? Oh, I didn't know. I'm like, girl, I ain't had time for that. I couldn't make it. Something other than a lie.
This is like a something that's a pet peeve for me.
And me.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say.
I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I know it's a pet peeve for both of us. Because if it's anything pertaining
As
to
somebody who works in sales, and I have to tell my mother this all the time because she's the biggest culprit of this, love asking questions about something you have no interest in whatsoever. Like, I just like, it kills my soul. And like, when you work in sales, like your team manager, your lead, or whatever the case may be, will let you know. Like, it does not matter. They got questions, you need to answer them shits. They want to know something, you got to let them know. And that, even though like, I feel like I'm great in sales and I could like make shit shake or whatever the case may be, it still didn't stop me from like being annoyed. Like, why the fuck are you asking me this? You know damn well you don't give a fuck. I'm just wasting my time and I could be spending on somebody who actually is interested in this. And so to me, it just blows my mind. Like, I keep my comments to myself. Like, if I know I have no interest in it, I'm just gonna wait for you to come out with so I can just see it. Like, I'm not asking, so I just don't like that.
And like I said, I concur.
Okay,
it's a pet peeve. Because you're wasting my time.
Yeah, because why do you want to know if you have?
You're asking me. You haven't. Listen, girl, I'ma come.
It was a great turnout, by the way.
It was a wonderful
turnout. For a first event. It was like, oh,
yes. Honestly, both sessions were pretty good. And also, I haven't dropped any photos yet because I'm just waiting for my videographer to get me back all of the professionals and stuff. Like, I reposted what was tagged, but I want to wait until I get the formal stuff before I decide to like share what it really looked like, because the people who were there know. The people who were not there do not know. And that's fine. But at the same time, I still want you guys to see what I have put out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But nonetheless, I don't have a problem if you guys don't want to come and you don't want to support or whatever, but don't smile in my face and act like you do. It's not, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
I wasn't saying that specifically.
I'm just saying
don't ask questions if you just know damn well you're just trying to.
No. That coincides. You don't ask questions if you don't want to come, but you don't have to lie to me either. Thanks. You could just keep that to yourself. Just keep looking at it. Like, keep looking at it.
I'm crying, but
Anyway.
no, the event turned out really well. If I had to like separate myself from like knowing you or being a friend, I think it went really well.
There are a few things that I would change, but again,
it was the first event.
It was the first event. Anyway, so let's get into it's not tea, but I guess tea.
We want to know. Like, make it make sense for us.
Please. Okay. The first make it make sense is Kash Doll. Seeing a clip this morning about Kash Doll talking about how her home was burglarized in Atlanta and her child's father had a shootout with the the culprits, and the police caught them. And the mayor, Ronnie, she said his name was Ronnie Mayers, maybe. I don't know his name.
Let's say Ronnie, girl, because if you ain't got the rest, no
I'm about
need
to
to
say
press on for the last name.
I want to be accurate, because when we say this, we have to speak.
But yeah, so basically, like, her home got burglarized, I guess while she was out of town, and her baby father happened to be there, and he got into a shootout with the culprits, and they were able to retrieve the items that were stolen from her home.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ronnie the mayor will get his last. Girl, give it up. Yeah.
I want to say his name.
Give it up. Ronnie the mayor was basically saying, like, oh, like, they are drug dealers, like, basically kind of trying to say, like, they weren't too concerned because of the fact that they feel like they, are into illegal activities.
But the thing,
this is a speculation. That's not.
Yeah,
this is not confirmed.
She clarified she's the youngest person on her block, and she has the biggest house, and she has all these cars, and she does have traffic because she has a newborn baby. She has a lot of traffic coming to and from her house, and she is a celebrity, so she does make music. So producers do come there with their big cars,
and her man also makes music as well.
So all of these things together makes her a drug dealer. And the thought process of it is that, like, have we ever heard Kash Doll ever in any drug issues? No. She's been out for more than 10 years. She's been out making music and has been successful as an independent artist for years. So for you to say that she is a drug dealer without doing your fucking research, because you can go into the state records, and you can go into like tax records, and you can see where they're getting their money from. And you could have investigated this a little bit better as the mayor of that city.
I think it was just distasteful to make a comment like
and
that with no base facts about it, like
no information. And to be honest, like, she got her home burglarized. Regardless if she was a drug dealer or not, that is still a fucking crime. You should not be taking things from people's homes if it's not yours, drug dealer or not. Like, I just don't see where that correlates, and I don't understand, like, how come as people of color we cannot make money other than, first of all, other than drugs. Why can't we be successful business owners like Atlanta is booming with right now? Successful, just scientists and doctors, and all. Are we not in the same world? Like, are we not seeing that Atlanta is like the black mecca for people with, especially like millionaires? Like, what's wrong with, like?
Yeah, I just find that I just think it, like I said, I think it was distasteful or whatever. And I feel bad that, the people around, what's so crazy? Now I'm thinking about it, like going off in my head. I was watching like a true crime story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a guy in his neighborhood. He had been there for decades, him and his wife and his kids, or whatever the case may be. And like there would be like a new family in town, and he would just be like, he felt like he was like head honcho with a block association. Like
he thought he was a block mayor. He thought,
yeah, he thought he was a block mayor, whatever the case may be. So say somebody move across the street, oh, they're into drugs, oh, they're doing this. That's suspicious activity. Yeah, a male Karen, a Ken.
Okay, Ken.
And so basically, it was lighthearted when I started, but this nigga started burning down his neighbors' homes. Like, yes. So they couldn't confirm it on the first home. It was this guy. He would take in like young youths that like, are looking to like better their lives or whatever the case may be. Boom, burned down his house. The guy died inside. One person was able to get out. Then there was like a family of like maybe 5. It was like a husband, a wife, maybe like 2 teenage kids. They were like a blended family. They had 2 like young kids. It was like about 6 kids. The brother was like a pastor, so he felt comfortable. Like, oh, they're a pastor. They go to church. They're like a family. They have a family life. Then they seen like the husband. I think he did a couple slaps. Like he was like selling weed on the side or something like that, whatever. Mm-hmm. And the neighbor was flipping. All of a sudden, randomly, months later, boom, house goes on fire. The entire family dies. in the fire, except the daughter who was away for the weekend. Then there was another home. He did it 3 times, basically 3 times.
So he thought he was never gonna get caught.
Yeah, but this is a black man. This was a black man. And the reason they caught him, one of the reasons they caught him, because he had a little funky walk. Like, had a little funky walk. So they was catching him on the home cameras, like walking back and forth from the crime. Yeah, so it was just like, whatever. So I say this to say that some people...
You know, I thought that was an English thing until I looked up what CCTV was, and I'm like, oh.
What does it mean?
It's like closed circuit television, or it's like televised.
I ain't gonna lie. The first time I heard of CCTV was on Chicago PD. Okay, and I just
it's like closed circuits. It's like it's a closed circuit TV. Yeah, so it's like a network.
Basically, the government watching you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but this, I thought it was crazy. And I say this to say that some people feel that they have ownership over things or like they should have an opinion on things that have nothing to do with them.
Absolutely.
If you're part of the block, nobody's like doing anything wrong to you. Why do you feel the need to have autonomy over someone's home where they pay bills and taxes? Why, if it's not...
So you telling me, like, if you lived on a block, right?
Yeah.
Hey, all the houses on the block is nice, and then one house is just simply fucking up the vibe. You wouldn't say nothing?
When you say fucking up the vibe, look wise,
yeah, like
it like dilapidated. That's when you form a block association, and you get it to the point where like you start getting fines.
Right. Okay. Because
let's do that. Like, let's not, like, for example, if all of our homes are well manicured, because there's some neighborhoods that they win prizes for their lawn looking the best and
stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of HOA, because I've seen many videos of people feeling very entitled to like
HOA. Some like a lot of HOA properties or communities. I wouldn't say every. They basically dictate how your house could look.
Yeah, and
it has to look a certain way. You have to have your garden, your grass mowed. You have to make sure your garbage is in at a certain time. Like, you would literally get fined out of your ass for it.
And I think that's a little too restrictive rule wise for me.
No, I'm not. I would prefer, if I move in a condo, okay, you have no choice but to have HOA. But if I can live somewhere where I can have my home the way that I want it without having HOAs involved, I would be okay with that. Because, bitch, if I didn't get to remember to take my garbage out, you're not gonna find me $300.
Yeah, because I saw this video. This guy, he comes into he's like, you need to move these plants. He's talking into the Ring camera. You need to move these plants, and da-da-da-da. The neighbor comes, he's yelling, going crazy, like, yeah, because I'm just gonna look. You got some right here. Rips it up. I'm like, whoa, he's wilding. The neighbor opens the door, calmly throws water in his face.
I would too.
Didn't say not one word. Threw water in his face. He's like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe it. The neighbor goes back in the house. I'm gonna show y'all the video. The neighbor goes back in the house, gets another cup of water, and douses him with it. Like, mid-sentence. He's like, you're gonna hear from me. He's like, yo, he couldn't even speak. Like, he couldn't even speak. So I say this to say, mind your fucking business.
You know,
yeah,
this is completely unrelated. But I remember I was watching this video, and this guy comes up, and he's like, he comes to the window. He's like, talks to these 2 black guys. He's like, what do you think you're doing? They start dying, like dying, laughing. They're dying, laughing. They can't stop laughing. The nigga just immediately calms down and starts laughing too. He couldn't even.
Yeah, because like, you bugging. Like, back the fuck up.
You're not intimidated. Like, you're not intimidated. He just, older white guy. But he couldn't, like, I appreciate people that realize, you know what? This ain't doing shit. This is ridiculous. Could I tell you, them niggas was dying, laughing, like cackling, like.
I ain't gonna lie, they was probably in that car getting high. So that shit threw them.
Nah, it was just like, he was just so unintimidated. They 2 big black guys, like. Yeah, like 2 big black guys. You think they started laughing? Like, what are you gonna do?
You're not doing nothing.
Tiny, and they roll down the window, and the nigga's like, ah, like he's weak.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when people laugh, it's contagious.
You can't even be mad at it. Like, I see that happen to me at work all the time. Like, I'll be laughing at something on TikTok, and I like gut wrenching laugh, and my coworkers don't understand a fucking thing I'm saying, and they are weak.
Nah, because some laughs are contagious. I can't even lie to you.
And I think my laugh is contagious because the way I be laughing, I be cackling, especially if me and her together, bitch.
Yeah,
Oh my
down.
God.
It's going down.
Yo, I don't remember what it was. I think one time we were in college, I think we laughed for like 20 minutes. I don't remember.
I don't like that. Sometimes like I like to laugh long, but like when my stomach really starts hurting, it's like, come on, bro. Why is this shit so funny?
Laughing at that time because when I tell you we was fucking we could not stop laughing. Like,
I love shit like that though.
Yes. Okay. So next up on the list is
the Olympics. You know what? I feel like we're very unpatriotic all year long, and then somehow when the Olympics come up, it's
don't
like
fuck with us. You know what's crazy? I love that about us.
Yeah,
I love that about us. It's because I've
pack
always
that flag up once this shit
I've
is over.
always been into the Olympics because as Jamaicans, we take that shit extremely serious. It is like being like Jamaican and being like either Brazil or Manchester United or like one of those big teams that we really, really love. Yeah. There's no jokes, no games being played. And guess what? Our pride when it comes to Olympics is like elite. So just seeing how Paris played out this year, y'all should, I'm looking the Olympic member teams in the eye. Y'all should absolutely never have that shit in France again.
Hell
never.
yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they're the last country on earth. Have that shit in Tunisia. Somewhere where we don't have to worry about them being mean or malicious or like being unfair.
I low-key think, let's call a spade, racist.
First of all,
because it wasn't even
xenophobic, because at the end of the day, we've always known, and I'm not trying to bash France, but I've heard it on too many occasions that French people are very fucking racist.
I know how they're rude. I don't even think it's necessarily racist, but they don't like nobody. That's what the vibe
Okay.
is.
Okay, you know what? Let me retract that.
But to black people, it's going to always feel racist to us because we do get targeted more than others for like passive aggressive type actions.
Microaggression. Let me use that.
Yes.
Microaggression. So there are a few things about the Olympics that I heard. First of all, I heard the Olympic Village was fucking horrible.
I saw videos. I literally saw videos. It was given encampment, okay? Like
one I can't remember the one not gymnast. I think she was a gymnast or a runner. I can't remember. She came back. She was black and she was talking about the thing she doesn't miss about the Olympic Village was the beds. How the fuck y'all gonna host a whole world of people and y'all bed is trash?
Yeah.
2, y'all changed the rules.
Last minute.
People didn't stay in the Olympic Village because of the conditions of the Olympic Village. There was a video of one Olympian who was sleeping outside of in the Olympic Village, outside on the ground because the conditions were horrible. Second of all, people didn't stay there. So y'all changed the rules the night before and don't inform people that you're changing the rules. So Sha'Carri, Shericka Jackson, and Sherry-Ann Fraser-Price, of course I'm taking this to heart because first of all, it's America and Jamaica. I'm feeling some type of way.
Right.
Sha'Carri wasn't able to perform at her best because she had to walk all the way around.
Too.
They didn't even perform. Shericka and Sherry-Ann, they just pulled out of the race, period.
Because they didn't feel prepared.
They didn't feel prepared.
Imagine preparing for a year and one night fucks it all
4
up.
4 years. Like, 4 fucking years for this one moment. And you sit there and you tell them they can't go in because you changed the rules overnight. Sha'Carri did not perform at her best because of that. And that's not to take from anybody that ran that race, but it's not fair. You cannot do that. Then you do other shit like Jordan Childs. What?
Wait, hold up now. Hold up. I will say this. I felt bad for Jordan, but when I watched it back, white girl was definitely better.
It's not about her being better.
I just didn't like how they went about it.
It wasn't about her being better.
But
it was about how they handled. They took the bronze from her because they said that she did not make it there within the first 45 seconds. And they said she did. They made it. That was the terms. They gave them proof and they denied the proof.
Yeah.
So she deserves the medal. Even if she was better.
She deactivated her Instagram and everything. She was like,
her sister reactivated her Twitter to argue this point. Her sister had not been on Twitter in years, and her sister came back and was active with that shit. That's not fair. Rules are rules, and rules are to be honored. You don't get to change the rules when the shit is not convenient for you.
Mm-hmm. Because I just feel like, why, if you're gonna have an Olympic Village, it should be creme de la creme.
Come on, these niggas.
Like, you should have massage therapists on deck. You should have Tempur-Pedic beds, bitch. Memory foam, something like.
This is the world.
Meals provided at every moment. You need that food to sustain you throughout these competitions. Like, I just don't feel like that. And then on top of that, I found out how much they make. They do this shit because they want to. Not because they have to, because the financial gain from it is so fucking low. Like, if you don't win, you don't get like a medal, or you don't have that star power.
Not Jamaica's, but I'm saying like some countries give you like things. Some countries do not.
Like sponsorships?
No,
because that's like,
no. Some countries will give you like, okay, like
I think
there was this one country
you get like 40,000. I could have went to work, bitch.
No, not that. But I'm saying like there's this one country that their guy won like the first gold medal, and they gave him 10 years of this, 10 years of free house and furniture, free food. And
America ain't doing that.
America, of course, not.
You better hope you get a sponsorship.
America's good for sponsorship.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
Good for sponsorship.
Because I see them all over TV. Like
even the medical teams, they'll be sponsored by like Figs and like these companies and stuff like that. Like America's big on sponsorship.
I don't know what country it is, but they get like 23,000 or something. It's like, come on, that shit ain't even minimum wage.
But I'm just saying, like a lot of things, like a lot of countries give like they'll give you things for winning gold and winning and stuff like that. So that is good. But the countries that don't, they don't really have to do it. But if you're not going to, the amount of money you have to pay to go to the fucking games, y'all make that back.
They have to get sponsored. Like,
no, but I'm saying, I'm talking about for me and you. Like, if regular people to go and play it, to go to the actual games, that shit is not cheap.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that people get sponsorships because a lot of people don't have that money, like to make it there. Some of these countries are like a little underdeveloped, and so it's like you can't expect them to have that money. So, like for example, when Flavor Flav, he sponsored an entire team. Like an entire team. They were like looking for like a GoFundMe. They were like on Twitter, like advocating for themselves or whatever the case may be. And he happened to see the tweet and he's like, yo, contact me. Like, and he ended up like, instead of just
talking about
money,
that girl who said that she couldn't pay her rent. Her rent's about to be due, and that girl.
Did you hear what I said? This man sponsored an entire team, not just one girl, an entire team.
Because he also put up two.
That's like him sponsoring the whole entire track team for America. Like that's what
Serena's husband also.
Oh, she's another one. She experienced racism out there too. Yeah. That was for sure racism. But the restaurant was empty. They didn't let her in. They're like, oh my God, if we had known it was Serena, we would have let her in.
It doesn't matter.
How about she had money and y'all had tables available? How about that? Those are the two things that I think that fucking matter at a restaurant. Like, you have the money to pay for your food, and then there's a table available for you to sit so you can pay for said food. Like, that's crazy.
But you know what?
They came out with a statement. Even the statement was nasty. It's like, come on, you didn't even help yourself. You sound worse.
But you know what? People love doing that. Because at the end of the day, when you are wrong and strong, you lose. You're never going to win. You never win when you're wrong and strong. You never win. I'll never forget that company in Atlanta that was trying to, like, down Keith Lee. It's like, oh, he was trying to be sarcastic, and the other person came at graciously. Another person that he talked about came at graciously, and when he came at graciously, his business was like booming.
Yeah, some girl. Matter of fact, there was a girl. I forgot what city it was in that he visited. Basically, he told her like things that needed to improve. Like, he didn't get crazy or anything like that. They literally improved it, changed like how they have their menus, everything. Then he came back a second time. Like, every time he comes back, they improve. And business has been booming from the first time he stepped in there, just because of how they received the information that he
Because
gave.
the thing is that Keith Lee doesn't disrespect you when he says what he's saying. He's just being honest. He's giving an honest opinion. Just because he is an influencer does not mean that his opinions don't matter. Like,
yeah, I will say this though. I think that I want to try some of the restaurants that he's been at, because like I want to know if like
maybe I should look to see if he's been where I'm going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To see what he said, because there's one restaurant that you told me that was fire.
Nah, we don't need Keith Lee to try that restaurant to hear that it was fire.
No, we don't need him to try that
And
restaurant.
it's like more of
but
an
there's another
upscale
restaurant
type of
that I'm gonna
vibe,
try
and
too.
he's like, I'm not trying to diss him or nothing, but he goes to more like local spots.
Yeah.
This is like get dressed up. You might meet a rich man there type vibes. Like it's not the same. Him and his wife is not getting takeout from this spot.
Yeah,
That's
or they're
what I'm
not getting takeout. I know that for sure. That's absolutely not happening.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. This is something that really like will make me never talk to you again. Do not ruin important days for people. I hate when people do that. Birthdays, Christmases.
Can you give an example?
Graduation. I'm giving you an example. Graduations, prom days. Not only those days, but like baby showers, weddings, anything that would really stick out to somebody. If you ruin their day because you cannot be selfless enough to let it go until the end of that day, which is 24 hours, which is something that you can breathe through, something that you can feel through. Honestly, you need to go and seek help. So, I love Jamaican mix-up. And there was this girl, her name is Tosh Fierce. I watch her on YouTube, and I also watch another young lady. Her name is Tavion, and she is Skilly Bang's baby mother. She's also an influencer and a YouTuber, but I know Tosh Fierce from being a YouTuber for a long time, so I don't want to.
Prior to being a baby mother, go ahead.
No. Tosh Fierce is not a baby mother.
Who's the baby mother then?
Tavion.
Okay.
Her name is Tavion Telfar.
Sounding very similar just now.
Yes, they do. So apparently Tavion and Tosh is like me and you, right? And say me and you stop talking 8 months prior to my birthday. I do a video shoot. As you know me, girl. As a Leo, this girl is also a Leo. Her birthday is August 11th. I'm the 12th. On her birthday, she posted a picture, and the girl Tavion reposted Tosh Fierce's picture and said, "Oh, this girl, I'm sick of it. She always copying my style, blah, 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 years and years." And I just think to myself, as a Leo, bitch, if me and you is not friends, I don't know a thing that you're doing. You know why? Because you have been deleted from my life. You do not fucking exist. I don't look on your page. I don't ask people about you. And Akila could tell you this. I do not inquire. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So when Tosh said, "Girl, Minasia," I believe her because we don't. You don't exist. We're not friends. We don't hang out. We don't not in the same circle. Somebody bring you up. I don't give a shit. I know nothing that you're doing. So you choose my actual birthday to post that I'm copying you.
So you didn't think I was copying you for all the 8 months. You decided that this was that moment.
No, she said for years she's been copying you. So all these years we've been friends, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, I've been copying you. And you choose now to tell me. We've been friends, bitch. You choosing now to say, I'm copying your style. Great. Cool. No worries. For me, when Tosh Fierce came out with her video dragging that bitch, I said, kudos. Because you cannot fuck with people and be mad at how they respond to the shit that you do.
Yeah, I'm big on you can't police somebody's response.
Exactly. Do not, I said this before, don't go to hell. And then when I'm sitting next to Satan, you're fucking mad. Don't go to hell. And then when I take you to the earth's core, which is below that, I don't even know what the fuck is where the hell is at. I don't know where the hell is at. But I'm just saying, when I go lower.
I don't know where that shit was going just now, but we needed to move on. I don't know what was going on. You lost yourself, but you was losing me too, girl. I said, what is happening?
I'm just saying, like, you cannot expect somebody to be on your type of timing when you be violating.
Yeah, I feel that.
You understand? You cannot.
Yeah.
And I just feel like when you do shit like that, it speaks to your character. Mm-hmm. Because, bitch, we were friends for years. Yeah. I was watching your kid. I was doing all this shit. And now I'm this horrible person. And then you got people jumping
that copies
in.
You
got, that copy. And then you jumping. You got bitches jumping in on me. Oh, bitch. Tag.
One thing I will say about friends, though, is that sometimes, like, I don't want to say, you're copying, but maybe you got a little influence from your friend because y'all all around each other. I can't really say a copy. Like if I've experienced a copycat friend for sure. I mean, everything I do, you doing it too. It's not that. You can tell when somebody's like legit copying everything you do. And there's a difference. It's like, oh girl, that shirt was cute. Where you got it from? And it's like, damn, yeah, girl, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to get that shirt. Like that shirt was real cute. I get it. It's like, okay, that doesn't feel like you're copying me. It just feels like I really fucked with that. And you found it first, and it's like, I want it too. Right. I just don't feel like now if I'm wearing an outfit and next time I see you wearing the same type of outfit I'm wearing, or I go here and you're going directly after me, or like there are signs of copycatism and I just don't feel like being friends. There's like, you can decipher the two. There's no difference. Cause I used to have a friend that literally, if I move, you move just like that. Like I felt like that. It's like, yo, bitch, I can't even be I don't even want to be myself no more because you jacking my whole shit. Like
now I gotta be a different person.
Now I'm not even a killer anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you're Shaquilla. Like, you know what I'm saying? We need to fuse names at this point, bitch. Like, who are you? Because you don't even know who you are anymore at this point. But I just feel like you should know.
No, and that's the thing. Okay, cool. First of all, they both influencers. It's not, sometimes you and your friends have similar styles.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, you like something your friend is doing or whatever. But guess what? I'm not going to wait until we're not friends to be like, oh, girl, you're stealing my style.
Right.
Like, honestly, like...
I ain't gonna lie. I would tell you prior to. I'm like, look, girl.
Bitch, can I think to myself, like...
Yeah.
It's like that, like, girl, can I have this to myself? Damn, I don't want you to come. Like, I don't want you to have this.
Right, I feel that.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, I felt like it was malicious to say all these things. Like, oh, she's this, then a third. I'm scared. Bitch, you're not afraid. You're being childish. You're being childish, and you use my birthday to do this. And you know what? You are a low of a low. Like, when the girl came on, she posted a video. She said, last night I posted a video and I said, you don't know how behooved I was to see my comments filled with anything other than happy birthdays. And I was weak because I'm like, I would have been shocked too. Like, whoa, Mr. Krabs moment. Like, the fuck is going on? Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think that it shows how people do things, the type of person you are. Mm-hmm. If you use these moments to take them down, or you take these moments and you villainize them towards them, I think that you should go seek help. I think you should seek help because I understand you got to prove a point, but you do not have to prove your point every single fucking time. Let some shit go. I'd have been kikiing with... Never in my life am I going to social media to bash my friend.
Oh, and that's where I draw the line.
And if I do that,
I'm gonna pick up that phone
absolutely
ASAP.
Like if that ever happens, it absolutely has to be necessary. And honestly, I can't see myself. Like my eyes can never see. I can't see myself.
There's two things I can't see myself doing. That's outing a friend and crying on the internet. Those two things that I just can't see me doing.
Listen, there's been times I picked up my phone and my eyes start watering and I said,
let's wait till they dry. Because this is crazy.
Maybe I shouldn't. This time I recorded myself and I started crying. I said, yeah, this not going up. Delete. Like, so, because people don't give a fuck. People really don't give a fuck.
No, they really don't.
But at the end of the day, I feel like if you loved somebody at some point, just go from a place of love.
Yeah.
Go from a place of love because you never know where you and that person may come back from. And even if it's something that you can never come back from, it
didn't get that. It didn't get nasty.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get nasty. Because, like, I'm somebody, if I don't fuck with you or whatever, so somebody was telling me this, like, oh, yeah, you don't got to act like, go out of your way to, like, act like you don't fuck with somebody. I'm not going out of my way. If I don't fuck with you, I don't know you. Who the fuck are you? Because you did some shit that just had me like, whoa. Like, for me to truly stop fucking with you, I was just like,
people
whoa.
Ask me about people and I say, who?
Yes.
Just like
that. Who is that? Yeah.
Yo, I remember I had one time my ex, this is a hilarious story, years and years ago. My ex's mom, like, she really liked me. Like, he had extra girlfriends after that, and she still kept me on Facebook and everything. And basically, she was like, I was like, yeah, all my exes is dead. She wrote a comment like, what you mean all your exes is dead?
Ma, don't even try.
I just blocked her. Block. We're not doing this. Me and your son is
because
not.
low key, I don't know you either, but you gotta pass.
You gotta pass because I really cared about you.
I didn't want to fuck with you by association, but since
I
you
let
was
you
nice,
ride.
mama, I had you.
Listen, I don't understand how people be inquiring about people who clearly show you they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about you. Don't inquire. Don't ask me. I'm not gonna cause no situation with you. And even if you broke my heart and you brought a bitch to my face, guess what? That bitch will never see me sweat. You know why? Because fuck you and her.
Because my thing about like not fucking with somebody is like, if I don't fuck with somebody, it's literally because I really let you slide. It don't just be like, oh yeah, you just did one thing to me, da da da. Like we really are friends. Like I just let whatever. I was letting shit slide. So if once I get to that point of like don't give a fuck or whatever the case may be, it's like now it's me not speaking to you is more so of a boundary. I don't need you ever thinking that we will be cool again. There's no reason for me to say hi to you.
Sometimes people are delusional.
Some people will be like, oh yeah, no, try to talk to me. Nah, bro.
I don't give a shit. Like, you can lock eyes with me and I will look like you're a dead person. Like look you dead in your eyes and walk right around you. I'm good for it.
And I don't find that to be toxic. I think that's you holding on to your boundary because some people don't have some. Maybe some people don't like
respect you.
We got crazy with one another and you want to still talk to me. No, I don't want to talk to you.
No.
Let's do that.
That's we're not doing the talking. You're gonna talk to yourself because you're gonna say something. I'm gonna walk right around you. Like you don't exist. People know. People know what's up. Yeah. People know. If they know Daniela, they know. Once that bitch say you dead, you are really like a corpse.
Yeah, I'm not really here for that. But let's switch gears here. We're jumping into the revamp watch. Mm-hmm. So we haven't really touched on that topic, but basically, like, you know, we just watch things that we watched back in the day, but we got like a new eye on it. Like,
yeah. So let's we caught things that we didn't catch before. So which one we gonna start with?
Save the Last Dust.
Yeah,
it was dusty.
First of all, it was definitely dusty. Save the Last Dance, right? So I was watching it the other day, and then I didn't catch that whole beginning part. She in high school, walking through the school and shit. Next thing you know, I know her mom died from the car accident and all of that stuff. So, you know, I never caught that beginning flashback when she in the school talking, like, you know, it's years ago. But this is what I want to touch on. Mm-hmm. I seen something on Twitter that was like, Nikki wasn't mad that he got a new girlfriend. Nikki was mad at white mediocrity. And literally, it's the truth, because that bitch was not it. Compared to Nikki, Nikki was giving a fucking
Now she was that bitch. I ain't gonna lie, Nikki was that bitch. Like,
back into it.
They was wildin'.
Don't stop, get it. Don't stop, get it.
I'ma do it. It was wildin'.
Nikki was giving that bitch that work. Yeah. And I can't even lie. And I knew why she was tight. Because, yes, that bitch was mid. Very mid. So I understand why Nikki was mad. And now that I see it in a new lens, I'm on Nikki's side. Because I thought she was a hater. I was like, damn, bitch, you being a hater.
I never felt like I didn't like Nikki, but I just felt like I felt a little bad for what was her name in this?
See,
Sarah.
Not even memorable.
It was Sarah. Yeah, I felt a little bad for Sarah only because like her mom had passed. She was trying to find herself or whatever in a new environment. And me personally, if I was in an environment with just all white people, it would be like slightly uncomfortable, especially not coming from like I didn't grow up like that. So there's a level of uncomfortability. But you know, black people, how we are, we make motherfuckers feel comfortable. So I feel like she found a crew that made her feel comfortable instantly. She didn't have to go through any fucking adversity. Nobody hurling slurs towards her. Nothing. It was just like, all right, white girl.
But you know what I also realized? She got the creme de la creme of all the niggas. He was going to college.
Yeah.
He was smart.
He wanted to be a doctor.
He didn't have no kids.
He didn't want to be a rapper or a gangbanger nigga. He wanted to be a doctor.
She got the creme de la creme. And Q, I don't remember. Yeah. What's his real name?
Fredo Starr.
Fredo Starr. First of all, he's fine. That's a fine motherfucker.
Not anymore, but back in the day, he
was fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fredo.
He's giving old head now.
But yeah, like. He was up one time. He was like, why you fucking with this white bitch?
Yeah, he wasn't with that bitch in the dust.
He was like, leave that bitch in the dust. She not it. He knew what was up. But you know what? Young man, I ain't even mad at you. That was your type of bitch. He didn't need Nikki. Nikki needs somebody with a little bit more sauce.
I do also feel like sometimes, like, if sometimes I don't like with men, like, for example, like in, what is it, Ghost?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see how, like, he was trying to tell Tasha, like, hey, girl, like, I don't want to be a drug dealer no more. She's like, you gonna be the best drug dealer in the fucking world, da-da-da-da. And he was like, whoa, bitch, I want to be a corporate man. Like, and so sometimes some people don't fit the new you, like, or fit who you trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like Nikki necessarily may not have been trying to be who, may not have been the right person to be by his side in his new journey.
Right.
But sometimes I feel like you don't allow people the ability to, like, maybe get there too.
True.
Because y'all both come from the same neighborhood, but maybe you just had a different perspective. And, like, for example, his sister was a high school teen mom. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was a lot of statistics. The father was barely around. Mm-hmm. It was like a lot of statistics going on, and he rose above it. And sometimes you have to be like, you got to get out of your own head and be like, look, they may not be on the same level as me, but I don't mind trying to help you get to where I'm at.
Exactly.
I don't want to. He was giving, like, look down vibes, like,
I'm leaving y'all bitches in the dust kind of vibe.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And I felt him when his friend was like, yo, we going on a gangbanging mission. That nigga was like, whoa, I got a future. So I felt him for that. But I do feel like he should have gave Nikki a little bit more, like, look.
Grace.
Yeah, gave her a little bit more grace. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I also respected his energy, because he was like, I'm here with this bitch, and I'm not going to violate her because you're here.
Right. But I would violate, though. When he was dancing with her, that shit was raunchy as fuck.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have liked my man to be like, back up, Nikki. I'm not with you no more. That's what I would have liked. But you know what? He played both sides.
That wasn't his girlfriend, though, at that point.
I don't care.
We came a little pursuit.
But we was there together. I came there because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You don't embarrass me like that.
That head wrap was, yo, that dance for Juilliard was a 0 out of 10, bitch. Like,
first of all,
that shit was terrible. I don't know how she got in. That shit was so bad, bro. I watched, because I thought she killed that shit. When I was younger, I thought she killed that. She ate those moves up. When I watched it back, I said,
that move right there? This
on the tippy toe? That shit was bad. Shit was fucking terrible.
Horrible.
But I say that to say that sometimes when you watch shit back, it just don't hit the same. Like, and it didn't hit the same. I love the scenes where, I don't know. I just was watching it with a naive eye.
First of all, this is another movie that we got to rewatch and really get all the nitty gritty. Love and Basketball, because I really think it's a good movie, but I definitely think that is not the pursuit that I want ever in life. Mm-hmm. That is not a love story.
Yeah, next time we'll come back next week and talk about it.
But the next one we're going is very small. Friday.
So Black and Ugly had an event. Mm-hmm. We've had her on the podcast.
Sharifa.
So you guys are familiar, but basically she had like a movie night. It was really cute. And so we got to rewatch Friday, and like we was watching it from like a different lens or whatever the case may be. And what did you want to point out in the movie?
Wasn't it a scene where the rich, what's her name? The ghetto one.
I can't remember. She was on the phone.
She was like,
tell yo mama. She was wilding.
I'ma beat her ass. Tell that bitch, I'ma beat her ass. That girl.
Who kept calling and hanging up?
Yes.
Yes.
If you realize she on the phone with Craig, and there's another nigga in the bed. Like,
fessing him up.
Fessing him up while there's another nigga, whole nigga in the bed. And I said, I never noticed there was another nigga in the bed.
But you know what they said? There was another theory that they had that Bernie Mac was fucking Craig's mom.
Oh.
That's why he came over there in the middle of the day. Mind you, the mom had just left. And I don't think did his mom have leave? I think she either just left or she was still in the house. But remember, Craig wouldn't have been there if he wouldn't have got fired from his job.
Ooh.
You see how he went over there to Miss Parker's house and fucked Miss Parker?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said that Craig's mama was cheating.
Ooh, we didn't
on
catch
Big
that.
Willie.
We didn't catch it. And Big Willie was big dirty, but his Big Willie was.
Walking around with shit on his butt. Like,
first of all, I'm
Friday
not gonna this is an unpopular opinion, but my favorite Friday is Friday After Next. I think that is the funniest.
Yo, that shit is
mad funny.
Like this.
That shit is oh my God. Barbecue. Make you wanna slap your mama.
I know this is not related either,
I am
but
a
honestly,
boy, Damon. There's so many lines from this.
yeah,
Oh
it was
my God.
iconic. It was definitely iconic. And I do feel like I ain't gonna lie, like I love
Let me
Friday
check
After
my
Next, but
phone.
my number one, All About the Benjamins and Friday After Next is like
Oh
neck
my
and neck for
God.
me.
All About the Benjamins.
That was my shit. It was running around.
No,
That was
no,
my
like
shit.
25,
45.
25, 47. He said, you know, Dwight around your lip.
That was my shit. Nah, they was wild with that.
That was a good ass.
Ice Cube had something going. He been throwing me off lately with his political views, but like he
was a very good, very, very good like producer as a he did some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna skip to Secret Tales because we got some good shit today.
Okay.
We got
I don't know if like Mons is good, but like go ahead.
I got multiple girls,
Okay.
so I could give you a few. Let me pull up my Secret Tale. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is kind of similar to, all right. My boyfriend and I have been living together for a few months. I moved in with him a month ago, and we've had sex only twice. I try, but he's not interested. I won $300 from online gambling. He was in the shower. I burst into the bathroom to tell him this, and he was chatting with his topless ex while pleasuring himself. When I opened the door, it shocked him, and he flung the phone across the room, and it cracks. I saw him jacking off. I saw who was on the phone, and I heard her asking, "Babe, what's going on?" I asked him about what I caught him doing, but he wants to argue with me about breaking boundaries. Gaslighting at its finest.
Yes.
Not respecting a closed bathroom door and being so insecure that I made him break his phone. He was not like this in the beginning. He took me places, begged me to move in, and he promised that we would get married. Now he's bullying me for my $300 lottery money to fix his phone. I don't know what to do to bring that nice version of him back.
What nice version, bitch? That nigga's a menace.
Bitch, why you wasn't breaking the phone more? Why you wasn't whipping him like he was?
How did they get together to like, I got questions, but
a few months ago, y'all moved in together.
So like, how long were y'all together prior to that? Did you need somebody to move in with? Did you need a roommate? Did you need help with the bills?
She said he begged her to move in with him. So
my boy ain't have nowhere to go.
He had no. Oh boy, my boy was homeless. But you want
he
some
was
advice?
a homosexual,
y'all. You want some advice, girl? He's probably not that interested in you.
Definitely
he is jerking off with his ex-girlfriend.
No, fuck that. They only fucked 3 times. That is
2
a
times
red
since
flag.
you moved in.
That's a red flag.
I live with my nigga every day or a couple days. I'm not gonna say every day. That's a drag.
Yeah,
but you know, every couple of days, like one day skip.
I could do every other day.
I could do it every other day, especially if that shit is slapping.
Yeah,
it's just like y'all look like.
That would have been red flag number 1. Why you don't want to fuck?
First, that's what red flag number 1. 2, my nigga not that into me. I'm already not feeling it. If my nigga's not rubbing on me when he see me or looking at me.
Snacking ass as he passed by the kitchen. What we doing?
Me, kissing, forehead kisses and shit. We live together. This is the honeymoon stage because you know what? You don't move in with niggas that you're not having a good time with.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
So you want to bring the nice version of him back, and bitch, you need to bring the nice version of you out of there. You need to leave. Go ahead, get somewhere else to go. Worry about how you gonna pay the bills later. Mm-hmm. You know what? Pray. Gotta work it out. He does all things, and he's not impossible. So get that together and get out of there, girl. Next, crazy, jerking off in the shower. What? I'm not even gonna lie. That phone would have seen my foot. That phone would have hated to see me coming. I'd have stomped that bitch out so fast. Bitch, what?
I would have stomped that shit out.
That shit would have. His clothes would have been in the shower with him. He'd have been like, "What's the nigga from Mad Black Woman?"
Oh, Charles.
Charles, when he's slipping on the floor.
Yeah. Are you hungry? You're hungry? Yo, she was stabbing the fuck out that salad. I just learned today, fun fact, they filmed that in Tyler Perry's house.
Oh.
So he was scared when they dropped him in the tub. They had to do the scene twice. He was like, nah, I think we got it the first time. Like, this a liability at this point. Because the way he looked like he about to break his neck. And if you rewatch it, dude look like he broke his neck in that fucking tub, though.
He was a good fucking actor.
This shit was broke already.
He was a
he
good
was paralyzed.
What's the one, what's the one where she whipped him on the floor?
That was Why Did I Get Married?
That's Why Did I Get
Married? No. Family Reunion. When they had the
That's what she should have been.
She was leaning against the door like, thought shit was good. She turned the corner.
First of all, honestly, I would have busted in the bathroom, saw that, and I would have been like,
what you would have did?
I don't know. I think I would have been enraged. I would have been enraged. I can't tell you what I would have done.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have been whooping that nigga ass.
I would
have whooped that nigga like a slave. What's that movie? Girl, I think about this Christmas. She laid that baby oil down and started whipping that nigga like a runaway slave.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's the movie I'm talking about this Christmas.
Yeah, it was with Dany and Kilz.
I would have let him finish. I would have stomped out the. I don't know what I would have did. I think I would have just been seeing.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know exactly what I would have did, but violence is definitely the number one answer.
It'd have been in my. It'd have been.
For sure. And he naked, dick out. What we doing? Yeah.
You call him jerking, babe? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, some niggas are so disrespectful. They don't even have respect or anything in their bloodline. They just have disrespect.
Why you couldn't wait till I left? At least that. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't respect my boundaries, bitch. Not in the shower that we both pay for.
Hello.
Anyway.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Violence would have been my number one answer. And I have not chose violence in a very long time. But I promise you, that shit would enrage me. And when I be talking about shit like this, I'm be like, I can't believe you do something like that. It's never that serious. But you ain't never been. Have you been in love for real? Like,
have you been mad?
Yeah.
Have you been mad? Like, honestly, like, how do you think that bitches end up in fights? They end up in fights because they're angry and they just can't talk anymore. They just want to fight you.
Yeah, sometimes you do got to think about things. You could like risk your life and career and things like that. Because next thing you know, you done hit this nigga or you threw something at him. Now you done slice his neck or he done fell and he done broke something. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Talking about violence, and we're going to get to the next strawberry letter. I do want to commend you because I remember that I read something on Twitter. It was like, yo, you have to have friends that remind you that you have shit to lose. Like, I will never forget the day that I was going to choose violence. And all I could hear was, girl, you got too much to lose. And I'm like, you know what?
You gotta build the strength.
I'm really right there to really do what I'm supposed to do, to really show you who the fuck I am. And all I think is, girl, you got something to lose.
Not the fading.
In the background.
Not the voice fading away.
And I literally said, like, I got too much to fucking lose. And I turned around and I walked away and let's move on.
I'm not gonna lie though, even though like I even do the same thing kind of with men. Like, say we all in a situation, I don't feel like you have to like every situation you don't have to be macho. Like, I always deal with men, like I said, that are like either taller or wider than me. And so like I already know you could put hands on this man. I just feel like let's walk away.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, like we don't need to like, oh yeah, my man gonna fuck you up. Like, I don't need to be doing all that. I know he would lay you out. I know he would knock you out. I know we walk away and you'll be asleep on his ground. Yeah. There's no reason for us to prove that. It's enough.
It's too much to lose.
It's enough.
And that's something I saw also on Twitter before we get into the next one. I saw that on Twitter. I love Twitter, by the way. I saw that this guy was like how she was like, sometimes women wait to tell you things because they don't want you to react to them.
Right.
So like there was this one girl who told this guy that her man was that somebody did something to her or whatever in the moment, and he reacted, and niggas was like, yo, you should have left that shit. You with your girl, like you're now putting her in harm's way. This is why, like, if something happens, I wait. Like if I see a nigga do something, I'll wait until they leave and I'll be like, this just happened. He's like, why you didn't tell me in a moment? Because you would be doing this.
Then again, you have to like use discernment because some people are like, maybe you got more of a hot head than me. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're with somebody, you should just know like those types of things about them. So you don't have to take it too far. Like,
yeah, you definitely don't have to take it too far. So, I mean, it all just depends. It all depends on like you and you knowing your man. But anyway, let's move on to your letter.
I met a great older man and we're getting married in December. We attended my cousin's destination wedding in Jamaica, and I used that opportunity to have one last fling before I get married. After my fiance fell asleep, I left our room and hooked up with a groomsman and two locals just for fun. I had the best sex. I wanted to use protection, but this time my hookups were different. We bonded on an emotional, spiritual level, and I refused to use the condom with any of them. I contracted super gonorrhea, and it's basically untreatable. My fiance wants sex, but I'm unavailable until I get this cleared up. It's been 2 months. If I tell him what's going on, he'll know I've been unfaithful. Advice.
Gonorrhea?
Super gonorrhea, which is drug resistant with high level resistance to the current recommended treatment for gonorrhea. So,
first of all, you see, that's what you get for being a freaky bitch.
Yeah, freak bitch.
Freak bitch with gonorrhea.
What would you do if this was you? I'm not saying you would do it, but I'm saying if you did, hold you. Like, what would you do?
Let me use my imagination, because that would never be me. God forbid. I'm speechless.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I would do. I'm telling.
You have to tell.
This shit ain't going nowhere. You done try for month 1. Bitch, you done try for month 2. Like, it's not going anywhere. And you can either tell him y'all move past it and he's okay with it and y'all live with that maybe together. But
I can't see a nigga being okay with you.
Why would you cheat and not try to use protection?
3
like what?
Bitches?
You got a whole dick in your room and you want 3 other dicks? Like, what are we doing?
One last fling? Bitch, you had the one last fling before you get engaged. What's wrong with y'all bitches?
You know what I'm noticing though?
Y'all bitches is crazy.
You know what I think about this brings
You want to marry somebody and you still, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You want to marry somebody and you still worried about other dick? Your priorities are all the way twisted.
Screwed the fuck up. I do feel like the culture of bachelor and bachelorette parties have changed. Back in the day, it was given like, this is my last hurrah. I gotta get me the biggest, best dick ever. That's gonna be the last one I fuck before my husband. Or like, I gotta get the best pussy, the freakiest bitch before I marry my wife. I think that's what people
have created it to be. It's never supposed to be that.
I think back in the day, I think it was definitely the goal. I think that was the goal. That was the goal. Because what was Junior doing at that party that Ebony was at in the Players Club? He was looking to fuck one more time.
Junior was a rapist.
He was.
So we cannot use
Maybe that was a bad example, you guys. Nix that out. I was just saying, like, think about
the Hangover. Think about the Hangover. They never fucked it.
The best man. That's a perfect example.
Okay, let's talk about. Okay, well, they're white, but I'm just saying, like,
who?
Hangover.
Oh, Hangover. They did a lot of nasty shit.
They didn't do, but the thing is that their goal was not to fuck bitches.
The crazy part was the actual fiance. He did the least out of everybody.
And that's the thing, he didn't.
It was white, but he did the best. He did the best.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Stu fucked lady boy.
We're supposed to have a lot of fun. Like, we're supposed to have a lot of fun on these trips, but to cross a boundary,
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be that friend that's gonna be like, you bugging the fuck out. I didn't come all this way and spend all this money for you to be freaking off with the next nigga and possibly getting caught. Not because you're
supposed to have unadulterated fun, not whole fun.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have unadulterated fun.
Yeah.
Not whole fun. Whole fun and unadulterated fun is different. You see, unadulterated fun is you show your titties like, yeah, this is my last hurrah.
Yeah. At Mardi Gras, you get some beads, something.
Yeah, like, that's unadulterated fun. But whole fun is different. That involves dicks in bitches and dicks in bitches.
You got a stripper, you done maybe sucked him a little bit. That's
too much. It's too much. I don't know if we want to do one more. Do we want to do one more, or?
I think we're moving on. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up, y'all. But unadulterated fun, this is my last thing to say. Unadulterated fun doesn't mean that you go out and you show your ass and you do too much. You do show your ass, but I mean, like, you don't do too much. Like,
right.
You know,
nothing too embarrassing to your partner where y'all can't come back from.
You go to strip clubs and shit. You know, you get humped and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't gotta put the dick in your mouth. You're crazy.
Yeah.
You might even kiss a nigga. Kissing a nigga is extreme, but
whoa. I think that's crazy.
I think it's extreme.
Yeah. I think it's crazy.
I said kissing a nigga is extreme.
It sounded good, right?
It sounded good.
That is crazy as fuck. I mean, you might as well, you 2 seconds, you might as well just fuck him.
No, that's a bit much. Kiss and fucking is two different things.
Yeah, I don't think your spouse would like either or.
They
you might as well
wouldn't.
have gone the whole way.
Do you think that do you think that your spouse would forgive you for a kiss?
The niggas I fuck with I don't think they play that shit.
Yeah,
so I don't think
so.
so.
I'm not even gonna front. My niggas do not be doing that.
I think if it took, because it be taking, first of all, this is like, this is not a documented fact, but this is like a hood known fact. It take a lot for niggas to want to get married. And so if he finds out, and if you catch him before 40, he really wanted this. Like, you know what I'm saying? His good years wasn't getting chopped up. Like, he wanted you, bitch. Like, and so I'm not saying they don't want you after, but I'm saying 40 is like the average age of like a black man feeling like, you know what? I could settle down.
I done ran my race.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 40, 50, that type of age, that's when you get them. But I feel like if a man took his time to propose to me, really thought to himself, he's been acting like he's on his acting husband duties, he's really acting like a real fiance, my man, I feel like it would be disrespectful for me to do that. And so I don't want to come back from that. I'm just not gonna do it, period.
And that's one
if I was single, different.
But for me, I agree. And again, I'm with you on that. I just feel like if I'm deciding to marry somebody, this is not like a joke thing. This is a life thing. Like, you should not be looking into getting married and thinking like, oh, she's the best woman that I could play games with. What? This is people, like, marriage is a fucking real life contract. And if you get married and you play those games, you will lose the fucking race. Like,
and let's not start the race on a bad foot.
Come on.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen, if a marriage gets nasty 10 or 15 years down the line, understandable, but it shouldn't be nasty in the first few months.
Yeah, for sure. Don't want to start on shaky ground.
Never want to start on shaky ground.
But anyway, to wrap this up, yeah, I don't know. I have no final words, honestly.
Y'all live your life, be yourself, and don't ruin people's days, because guess what? You'll look back on it and everybody will think you're a corny bitch. Period. But anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Heard You Sis podcast. Per usual, follow us on all socials at Heard You Sis. Email us at heardyousispodcast@gmail.com. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave reviews, comment. We've been seeing a lot of you guys interacting with our social media, and we really love it.
Keep it up.
Keep it up. And yeah, we love you guys. Bye.
Later.